Hi everyone, this is it, chapter 21. I hope you've enjoyed this read. Our next one's going to be pretty good too. So here we go. How to Steal a Dog, chapter 21. We lived in a nasty old car for 2 more days. Then one day, Mama came back from work and said, "Pack your bags, boys and girls, we're moving." Me and Toby looked at each other, then back at Mama, waiting. She tossed 2 Snicker bars into the back seat and said, "You heard me, we're moving, and I'm talking house, a real house." Me and Toby started whooping and bouncing up and down on the back seat. Then we took down our beach towel wall and jammed all our stuff into garbage bags. School books and dirty t-shirts, playing cards and comic books. As we drove to our new house, I felt a flutter of excitement as I thought about being normal again. I pictured myself going to school in clean clothes and having all my homework done, and Mama telling Mr. White that everything was fine now. So don't worry about Georgina anymore. I pictured me and Luann having a sleepover like we used to and painting our toenails and sharing our secrets, maybe working on our cooking badge for Girl Scouts. I even pictured myself sitting on my very own bed wearing my new ballet shoes, combing my hair so I'd look nice for my ballet lesson with Luann and Lisa Thomas. When we pulled up in front of our new house, me and Toby grinned at each other. It was a tiny little house with a rusty swing set in the red dirt yard and a refrigerator with no door sitting right up on the front porch. But it looked like a castle to me. Somebody named Louise was already living there with her baby named Drew. Louise was a friend of Patsy and needed somebody to share the house with her and help take care of Drew and pay some of the rent. I didn't have my very own room, but I had my very own bed. Louise gave me a plastic laundry basket to keep my things in and told me to put it up on the closet shelf so Drew couldn't get my stuff. The first night in our house, Mama brought home a pizza and we watched TV. Before I went to sleep, I lay in my bed and stretched my legs out under the cool sheets. The tiny window across the room was open, and a soft breeze lifted the faded curtains. Moths flapped and buzzed against the screen. I reached under my pillow and took out my glittery purple notebook. I turned to How to Steal a Dog notes, and in the dim glow of the hall light, I read through step 8 again. About making a decision, about getting the reward or not getting the reward. I smiled at myself when I read the part that said, "That is a decision you will have to make." I knew I had the right decision because my tapping inside had finally settled down. But I still felt bad about what I'd done. I still wished I could turn back the time far enough to where I could do things different. But at least when I had gotten to step 8, I had made the right decision. I turned to a fresh page in my notebook and wrote, May 3rd, step 9. Those are all the rules for how to steal a dog, but I drew a red heart around the word but. Then I wrote in great big letters, do not steal a dog, because I drew a blue circle around because, and then I took out my gold glitter pen and wrote, it's not a good idea, the end. I closed my notebook and slid it back under my pillow. As I lay there in my very own bed, I thought about Mookie. I wondered what he was doing right that very minute. Was he making Hoover gravy? Was he wiggling his 3-fingered hand at somebody? Was he fixing somebody's car? Where was he leaving his trail now? I thought about Willie, too. I bet he was curled up at the foot of Carmela's bed beside his chewed-up toys, dreaming about sardines and liver pudding, happy as anything to be back home again. I looked over at Toby, sucking his thumb in bed next to mine. Then I tiptoed over to the window and looked out into the night. I took a deep breath. The air smelled good, like honeysuckle and a new mowed grass. It didn't stink at all. Well, I hope you enjoyed this book, you guys. See you soon. Bye.